So I know it's extremely painful and it's extremely hurtful when one of our brothers who look like us or one of our sisters who look like us turn on us and decide to act within the best interest of the Western power structure to try and tear us down. Now that's what our people over in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Nigeria have been having to deal with for the past few years because they decided to kick the colonizer out of their country and stand strong and take their sovereignty into their own hands. A lot of their neighboring countries, which are the ECOWAS countries, they didn't really like the fact that they kicked the Western powers out. So they locked their borders and aren't allowing the country of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Nigeria to get their goods into their countries so that they can service their people and help their people out. So today we're going to discuss what the King of Morocco has done to mitigate the mess that the ECOWAS countries are doing. So let's go. My name is Ambassador Tim Ford, Jr. of the African Union, AUCS, and I've been living over in East Africa, Tanzania for almost 5 years now, and I help my people invest, rebuild, and return over to the continent of Africa. So King Mohammed VI of Morocco hosted the foreign ministers of the 3 Sahel states over in his country to talk about the economic developmental possibilities of them opening up a port and allowing the countries to ship things through that port to their particular countries over there. Now, hey, let's clap it up real quick for the King of Morocco standing up for the truth and for power and getting into position to help his people out. Let's go, man. So this includes major infrastructure development in the country of Dakhla in Morocco. Not only will there be major infrastructure development in Dakhla, it would also be major infrastructure development in the neighboring countries of Mauritius, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Nigeria, all because they would have to put a road in place from this port to all of these countries in order to get the goods into these places. So they are trying to position themselves to be a key port for global trade in the near future, guys. So Morocco is seeing the times and they're understanding, like, you know what? The ECOWAS countries are tripping right now. And this is the craziest part, you guys. Morocco is typically considered an Arab country. And they typically say that Arabs don't mess with Africans. They typically say Arabs are continuing to take advantage of Africans and they're not being fair with the Africans. But seems like right now that the Africans are fighting each other to keep ECOWAS in power. And the King of Morocco is sitting there like, you know what? This is a strategic opportunity for me to be able to help the Africans. And of course, Morocco is going to be helped as well. But the fact that all of the countries within the ECOWAS conglomerate is stopping the Sahel states from getting their goods into their countries is crazy within itself. But thankfully, there's someone that's right above them that's actually in a better position that's going to help them. Now, I know when our brothers heard about what the ECOWAS countries were doing, I know it was very disheartening. I know it was very frustrating. I know they almost wanted to quit their fight. But thankfully, they didn't give up their fight, and they decided to stay strong. And now look at this. The King of Morocco is talking about creating the infrastructure and investing his money to get the work done. So it's not going to be on the countries of the Sahel state to put this in place. He's going to help and contribute as well to put these roads in place, to put the vehicles in place, to get the goods to the countries, to help the peoples in those countries. So of course, initially the focus will be on the roads and the customs infrastructure in order to get goods into each countries and get them through the customs in a smooth way. But they also spoke about putting railroads in place in the future as well. So they talked about in the first phase, they're going to, of course, put the roads in place, put the vehicles in place. But once the roads are in place and they are helping the people out and things are moving in a forward trajectory, then they will implement the train system to put that in place to help the people out. So they are clearly seeking to reposition themselves in the global economy and take advantage of the times right now. Now, a lot of our people are waking up and starting to realize, like, you know what? We don't have to stay in the same power structure that they put us in, that we grew up in, that we were born in. We have the ability to change these things, and we can work strategically to connect with people who were once enemies, who we were brought up to be enemies with. A lot of these relationships that we have right now as countries, as borders that's been put in place, have been put in place from people hundreds of years ago that we don't even know, that didn't even have our best interests at heart. So the fact that our generation is waking up and we are starting to see, like, you know what, we have to do things a little bit differently. We have to start moving in strategic ways to help each other out, because at the end of the day, each country on the continent of Africa needs each other at the end of the day. Like right now, there may be some bad blood and conflict amongst some countries with each other for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, we all need to come together because we can't do nothing without each other. Like what's going on with ECOWAS and the Sahel states is very crazy because they still need those three countries, even though they're trying to lock them out and pretend like they don't. All of those countries have something that they produce of value that each of the ECOWAS countries will need. So they will hurt themselves in the end, in the long run. I'm sure there will be consequences and repercussions to pay once they get into position with this deal and ECOWAS tries to come back and say, you know what, can we be friends now? I'm sure the price is going to be a little different because they closed their borders and their ports to them when they needed them the most. They all turned away from the Western influences and decided to take care of themselves. So the fact that they are upset with them is still mind-blowing to me. Many of our people have been talking about it since they've been in conflict with one another. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you hate your brother and be upset with him for kicking someone out that's been taking advantage of them for hundreds of years? Like, it doesn't make sense. You should be happy for your brother. You should be proud of him. You should be wanting to rally around him like majority of the continent is doing. Like, it seems like everyone outside of the ECOWAS states is actually backing and with the Sahel states right now. So time will change though. I'm sure they're in the hot seat in ECOWAS. People are starting to say like, hey, y'all tripping. Like, there's no reason for y'all to be treating them like that. But we know why they're treating them like that. Unfortunately, they're still in the pockets of the Western world, and they are still being used to try to put the Sahel states into a uncomfortable position so that they can back down and go back to their colonizers. But it doesn't seem like they will be having to do that now because the King of Morocco has decided to open up his doors and create a strategic partnership and give the brothers access to the ocean that you guys thought you took away. Man, once again, clap it up for the King of Morocco real quick for stepping up and showing love, man. And also, not only have the Sahel states been having problems with ECOWAS, but Algeria has decided not to mess with them as well. And Algeria and Morocco are technically considered rivals. So Morocco see this as a prime opportunity to get back at their rivals and create strategic partnerships with someone that they were once cool with in order to benefit the country of Morocco and take advantage of Algeria by making this foolish decision to turn their backs on those countries for standing up for themselves. So Morocco wants to strategically position itself as a stable economic partner for the Sahel states so that when things jump up and when the continent decides to go to its next level, they are in a good position and everything has to come through them. Now, I can't say that this is a foolish move. I actually understand and agree with this move 100%. I mean, why not? If you see that majority of the continent of Africa is standing for those people, and what they're standing for is something that's right and righteous anyway, it's not like they're doing anything wrong. They're literally saying, hey, excuse me, Mr. Colonizer, can you please get your foot off my neck and let me do this myself? Like, I know you said you can help us. I understand. But we gave you a couple 100 years and you still ain't helped us yet. So you know what? Let us do this ourselves. We're going to do our thing and y'all can get up out of here. Like, what is wrong with that? So the King of Morocco is like, you know what? I respect that. I ride with that. And I'm trying to position myself as a global leader for the trade routes that's going to be coming through the continent of Africa soon anyway. So you know what? Let me talk to these brothers. Let me talk to these countries. Let's make something strategic so that we can strategically take over what we need to take over. So, man, hey, it's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be bold. And I keep mentioning how more and more of the leaders are stepping up and starting to realize that, hey, the people ain't playing no more. The people are wise. The people's voice is very strong. The people's voice has always been very strong, but it's been docile for a long time because we've been so tricked and bamboozled into believing in other things. But with what they are doing in the Sahel states, they are shaking the entire continent, and people are starting to see and realize like, hey, we need each other and we're going to do this with each other. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it. So, man, it's a great time. It's a great opportunity to be alive. And the King of Morocco being strategic is very important for us to see as a people and understand that we need to be strategic as well. We need to make sure we making strategic partnerships, connecting with the right people, and doing the right thing during these times. Don't get caught up on the wrong side of history, being like those countries in the ECOWAS and doing things wrong and backwardsly trying to hold the people back, because you will go down in history as an infamous individual if you decide to be a coon, if you decide to be a sellout and try to mess up the revolution that's going on right now. Be strategic and be wise during these times. Don't be watching our content about Africa thinking about how you can strategically sabotage it. You can't do that. This is God ordained. This is something that God has specific leaders in specific positions in specific regions to do specific work. So don't try to mess up this work that's going on, man. You see, you can't stop what God has ordained. ECOWAS thought that they were going to intimidate those countries and intimidate them into backing down and making them say and do what the Western powers want them to do. But they didn't take into account the King of Morocco being bold as he is and position himself in this way. So, hey, it's fun times and we're going to see where this go. If you're watching our content, you're probably interested in coming over to the continent of Africa, where you're in luck. I have a free document that gives you everything you need to know in order to have a solid foundation so that you come over here successfully. All you have to do is sign up to our newsletter at our website, and you'll be sent that document directly to your inbox. And also, we have a free course that gives you everything you need to know so that when you decide to come over here, you have everything you need so that you can be good to get started. And we offer Swahili courses as well for those who are interested. If you want to be well-rounded and speak the language of Swahili so that you can come over here and be competent and handle your business properly, join us in our self-paced Swahili course as well. And we also offer consultations for those who are interested. I will sit on the phone with you and answer all the questions that you have to make sure that you and your family know everything you guys need to know so that y'all can make a smooth transition over here to the continent of Africa. And last, but certainly not least, we have a membership community of like-minded individuals who are working together and coming over here to the continent of Africa to hold each other accountable and build alongside one another. So if you're interested in joining our community or taking advantage of any other resources that we have for you guys, make sure you just click the link in the description box and join us at our website, and we got you, all right? Since we're here, gotta show y'all some of the products real quick.
This natural body ready. Not body.
Yeah. Natural product.
Natural body.
Yeah.
Natural body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come closer. Come. Busy Beachy.
Karibu.
And also, if you're interested in getting an herbal consultation to learn traditional methods and ways to help you overcome any illness or sickness you've been dealing with, click the link in the description box and sign up for our herbal consultations now, and my beautiful wife got you. And also, if you're interested in learning how to make herbal products and learning the traditional methods to foster in healing from different diseases, and also how to set up FDA GMP compliant herbal businesses, join us in our FordsHerbal Medicine Academy, where my beautiful wife, licensed herbal practitioner and student midwife, will teach you how to do everything in order to set up your business properly and learn how to make your products properly. So join us if you're interested. Karibu.
So the development of this strategic trade route will transform the region's economic and geopolitical positioning Morocco as a central player in Africa's next phase of leveling up over here on the continent of Africa. So like I said, we know what time it is. We see what time it is as a people, and so does Morocco. The King of Morocco said, times are changing. I can see the writing on the wall. I can see what's really going on. So let me position myself and my country in a good position so that we can take advantage of what's really going on right now. Everyone knows that the world is looking at Africa. The world wants to be a part of Africa. The world wants to be in Africa now. So Morocco said, you know what, let's build a strategic port. Let's help these people out that's trying to get a lot of help so that they can come through our country. That's more port fees and taxes that they will get with the roads and the different checkpoints and things that are being placed, and the drivers and the jobs that's going to come from all of this. It's going to help everyone that's involved. So, guys, it's very important that we position ourselves strategically now. I know in the past we've been fearful of standing up to the West. We've been fearful of building for ourselves because what we've been taught and what they've shown us. But now We see leaders being bold. We see leaders taking risks. We see leaders using their platform to strategically stand up to what we've been dealing with and do something different and create something new. So we have to do the same as a people. I'll keep reiterating and I'll keep continuing to say this. We have to be bold now. The leaders are stepping up, and the more people that they see stepping up and speaking the truth, that's what they're going to do. They're going to continue to stand behind Ibrahim Traore and the leaders of the Sahel states so that we can get into the position that we need to as a people. What they're doing over there is going to help and benefit all of us within the diaspora around the entire world. So it's important that we stand behind them and we continue to sound the alarm, voice our opinions, and help them in any capacity that we can. So right now I'm able to do videos and shine light and give perspective about what's going on with the Sahel states in their region over there. So if you can go over there and help build and do some work, do that. At some point, I definitely want to do that and plan to do that in the near future. But to each their own. We all have our function. We all have our duty within this work, within this call, within this walk of us bringing our people back together and building over here on the continent. All right. So if you see what the King of Morocco is doing and you feel something within your spirit, like you understand what's going on, you can feel what we've been dealing with as a people, position yourself properly. Come over here, help. Come over here and invest. Come over here and put your skill set in a position into a place where our people can benefit from and we can all work together. Now, things are changing. I keep saying this. People are positioning themselves properly. Everyone is waking up. Are you going to wake up too? Are you going to still be fearful? Or are you going to do what you need to do to step into the right position? Yeah, I know it's difficult. Yeah, I know it's scary. Like, we've been trained to think that we can't build nothing on our own. We have to stay connected to the Western world. We're not capable of doing things along these lines, but we see, and we have a prime example right now. We have 3 bold leaders that are stepping up and positioning themselves in a way where they will be able to help our people for generations to come. So do your part as well. Let them be an example to what we can do. Let them be an example of how we still have to move forward in the face of adversity as we continue to build and do this work for our people now. Hey, it's going to take some grit, and it's going to take some, hey, you're going to have to go through some very, very tough times, but it's all worth it at the end of the day. Because the alternative is to stay in the same position and stay colonized and stay, I don't know, governed by some people we don't want to be governed by. So we have no option but to stand up and be bold. So, man, shout out to the King of Morocco again. I'm glad to see what he's doing. He's helping our brothers get into a good position and not have to worry about the sanctions and the crazy things that the ECOWAS countries have put in place. So this is a good time. This is great news for our brothers over there in the Sahel region and our people over there in the Sahel region that's standing behind those leaders and following their leadership so that they can get their sovereignty and build their country the way that it needs to be built. So, hey, let me know what you guys think in the comment box about the King of Morocco deciding to build with the Sahel states so that he can position himself properly and help the Sahel states position themselves properly as well and help them get their goods into their country. Let me know what you guys think about that. And if you want to go over there and help them out, let me know. And let me know where you're tuning in from on the continent of Africa, wherever you at. Please let me know which country, even if you're in the Western world. Let me know, because I'm always glad to see where my people tuning in from. And I love to see where y'all showing up from, all right? So definitely make sure y'all come in and let me know where y'all showing up at, all right? And also, if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay tuned to the journey and keep watching the content that I bring forth. I talk about the geopolitical news that's going on over here on the continent of Africa, and I give you guys a perspective and the history that I've learned since I've been over here on the ground, all while sharing my journey moving back over here to the continent of Africa. All right, so if you want to see that type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and keep coming back. And if you want to support us in any kind of way, we have CashApp, Patreon, and PayPal down in the description box, and we appreciate all love and support. So thank you. If you want to support, just click the link in the description box. And if you've ever shown love and support in the past, we thank you. We don't take it for granted. If you sent any donations, if you sent any prayers, well wishes, we really appreciate it, and we don't take it for granted. We're extremely grateful for it, all right? And if you made it to this point of the video, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. We don't take it for granted. And I hope this video was able to bring you some value and you see what we can do as a people if we strategically connect with the right people and do things against the grain. Sometimes you got to make some people mad to connect with the right people, all right? So it shows you that all skin folk ain't kinfolk too. Our brothers are fighting with the ECOWAS brothers, but someone who supposedly not like them then came and helped them out. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, and sometimes those who don't look like you will help you sooner than those who do look like you. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but hey, this is how we got to move moving forward, all right? So I hope this was able to bring you some value. I hope you see the truth, and I hope you understand what we can do as a people, all right? Thank you again for staying tuned to the end. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe out there and keep the shalom peace, all right? Shalom.